Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here, and welcome to another video. And of course we're going to answer a question that, let's face it, is going to be doing the rounds like absolute crazy in 2024. And of course that question surrounds MJF, the current AEW World Champion, and whether or not he's going to jump ship to WWE when his AEW contract runs out. Now, this is a question I've been asked a lot of times in DMs, so I thought, hell, we'll just make a video on it, talking about the possibility of MJF joining Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargill, and of course now recently CM Punk in deflecting from AEW to WWE. And I'm not going to dress it up, I'm going to get to the point, I'm going to give my answer, and as always, get down in the comment section, share your thoughts and opinions, whether you think MJF is going to go to WWE or not. Now, in short, no. Not at this point. I actually think that MJF and Tony Khan have secretly agreed a contract already, and secretly he has re-signed. We just don't know about it. And think about it logically. MJF is not getting buried on AEW TV. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Why is MJF not on the advertisement, the promotion material for AEW All In, of course, being held again at Wembley in 2024? And I think that's where AEW are being clever. I think that's where they're trying to swerve you. They're trying to make you think that MJF is not going to be there because he's not going to re-sign with AEW. And I think that's where a lot of fans are wrong. I think MJF has already secretly re-signed. Now, this isn't gospel, this isn't truth, this is just theory, this is just speculation. But you'd think with him being current AEW champion in December, it's highly unlikely that he's then just going to abruptly leave the company and go to WWE. And if MJF's a smart cookie, which I believe he is, he's probably foreseeing the future. In 4 or 5 years, Roman Reigns is going to start to run down as the top guy, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, hell, CM Punk might not even be with WWE at that stage. So it kind of makes sense for MJF to wait. He's going to be in 4 or 5 years time in his 30s and arguably in his absolute prime. And I know what you're thinking. MJF at this moment in time is already a mega hot act in ring and of course on the stick. One of, if not the best on the stick in the game. And yes, I'm potentially putting him ahead of CM Punk. That MJF CM Punk feud in AEW was absolute fire. Everything MJF touches turns to gold. He's proven himself as this despicable heel, and of course recently as a babyface. And I don't believe that Tony Khan and AEW would involve MJF in a major storyline, this devil angle, if MJF was going to be leaving for WWE in, of course, 2024. And I would even hedge a bet that MJF is potentially the devil himself. I mean, that would be absolute bonkers, absolute madness. But what if this is all a setup and MJF is in fact the devil, revealed to be that devil in the new year upon re-signing a new contract? I'd be extremely surprised if we get to the Royal Rumble and MJF debuts in WWE. I just can't see it at this moment in time. And you could argue at this moment in time as well, AEW kind of need MJF. He's their top star. Why would Tony Khan let him go? It would be sort of career suicide to let your top red hot act in MJF go to your rivals in WWE, when of course the product in WWE is red hot at the moment. MJF staying in AEW and continuing to do some fantastic work for them is surely the right decision, business decision moving forward for AEW. And AEW are far from a sinking ship. You see all these dirt sheet reporters slate AEW, the low attendance figures, etc, etc. It's a positive wrestling alternative for people to watch. I'm a massive WWE fan. Personally, I prefer WWE, especially at the moment, but I do tune into AEW and enjoy their acts. Someone like Swerve Strickland, who's absolutely killing it, by the way, in AEW, I can't sing his praises enough, gets me interested in watching the AEW product. So they're not sinking. AEW would highly benefit from keeping MJF. I think it'd be madness if they didn't, but that's just my personal take, my personal opinion. And I'm going to beat you to the question before you ask it. Are Liv Morgan and MJF dating? I don't believe so. I believe Liv Morgan is dating Taylor Rotunda, Bray Wyatt's brother, right? As far as I knew, that was the case. Of course, Liv Morgan and MJF pictured together at the Iron Claw premiere doesn't necessarily mean they're dating. God, you gotta love the IWC, haven't you? You really have. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, it'd be very much appreciated if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. We'll catch you in the next one.